Wait a minute. Hold on now. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
you
look like
got a
what?
cat on your hoodie, man.
A
Y'all ever seen
cat on my hoodie.
a big guy with a
Oh,
cat on his hoodie?
cat, man. Look at this. It's
Well,
ferocious.
from the angle that I seen, it looked like a daggum cat
What's
because
your
it was like
problem with
down
cats,
there.
man?
Huh? I don't
What
like
cats
cats.
ever do to you?
Huh?
Can we talk? Huh? What cats ever do to you?
I don't
Why are you
like
on my
cats.
hoodie?
I
I
don't.
don't like this. I don't like where this is headed.
Not even a
I don't like how
tiger.
we starting this show.
But Mike Tyson had a tiger.
Mike Tyson had a tiger.
Mike,
So what's wrong with my feline? I don't even know what it's called.
yeah, Mike Tyson.
Okay.
He got two pet tigers.
Why are we talking about Mike Tyson and his pet tigers?
Because we
I
talking
want
about
to talk
cats,
about your disrespect of my hoodie.
No, because it look like a little cat.
It's not a cat, man. It's not a cat. It's a daggum. Okay, it's kind of
Bobcat. It's a
a
bobcat.
bobcat. It's a bobcat.
Like
It's
Giles
Jamaican
County.
man. Wait, bobcats aren't Jamaican. What are we talking about?
Giles County and Bridgeforth.
Giles County. Oh, Giles County, boy. I get a cold chill when you mention
You
that.
get nightmares from Giles County, don't you?
Why do I get nightmares from Giles County? You want to explain?
I ain't gonna put you on blast like that.
Why? I don't care. It's all content. Why do I get cold shivers whenever the mere mention of Giles County?
Because a name of Tyler Smith.
Folks, Tyler Smith dunked all the way on me. I mean, it
See,
was
I ain't even say that. I ain't
it
even
was
say
bad. I feel like he got me a couple of times, man.
He didn't get you. I seen the one time, and the one time was But I wasn't even gonna say that. I just said his name.
Yeah, you know what? You know who I blame? I blame the coach. How about that? I hereby blame Coach Jimmy Dadgum Young. Okay? All that, you jab step one guy, then you fade back and contest the pass. Yeah, but he didn't tell me the pass was going to be 8,000 feet in the air, and it was going to be some possible NBA prospect. I think he played overseas or something. He had the talent, the raw talent to do so. But yeah, he didn't quite explain that, Dean. He ever explained that to you?
No, but in your defense, Tyler Smith was probably the top player in the state of Tennessee.
So I jabbed the guy. So it's 2-on-1. All right, it's 2-on-1. I remember this like this was yesterday. Unfortunately, it's a daggone nightmare. But 2-on-1, coming down the court. I jab step the guy who's bringing the ball up, and then I fade back to one Tyler Smith, who, in my defense, at the time was on the ground still. But by the time, then all of a sudden, it's like a hush came over the crowd. It was silent. I couldn't even hear anything at the point. All I know is that I looked back one way and I didn't see him. And by the time I looked up, I could read the logo on the bottom of this man's shoes. Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad.
I remember saying, I remember look back and said,
it's too much. I
look back and said, damn, Gales.
Pay the man.
I actually started laughing on the court, man. My bad, man. It was funny.
Yeah.
Because I just seen you tumbling.
Right. And this is why you think, because you got all that bad juju out there, you think that I set you up with, was it Chris Russell?
You tried to set me up to get dunked on by Chris Russell.
I'm pretty sure he got you. I don't know. I ain't going to put you out there like that.
I've never got dunked on. I seen the place setting up. And if I'd have went to go for that lob, which I thought was a pass, he would have caught me because he had all his momentum going. But you never did yell out back screen or nothing. You were going to let me get dunked on because Tyler Smith got you.
No, it's not. So you talking about revenge, man? Come on now.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, that would have been big because you wouldn't have forgot about that ever. And I wouldn't have either.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah,
right. Say anything. Look, I tried my hardest. I tried my best. So there you have it. I got dunked on. Probably the worst time I got dunked on. I got too many dunked on stories. I don't like this.
Yeah. I ain't going to talk about them.
Yeah, probably the worst. Okay, the two dunks that I remember most probably was one from, you remember Stephon from Lewisburg?
Yeah, our AAU teammate.
Ooh, we were teammates, and then we played against him. And he told my mama before the game, hey, I'm going after your son. He got me. The other one was we had a teammate, which we would not name, got dunked on in the layup line. How bad is that?
Who was that? Who you just say?
I'm not going to say who. But
one
of our teammates got dunked on in the layup line. I'm pretty sure you were involved. Dunking on the teammate. You dirty, Low down, dirty.
Yeah, but that was summer league.
Dirty dog.
That was
it
summer.
Don't matter. Pride is pride. How dare you? You know what? I can't. Just start the show, man. Low down, dirty. Hey guys, we're back. Welcome. This is Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your host, Gales, and as usual, to my left is
it's me, the insane Mr. Dean, back with my brother, the big guy himself with the cat on his sweatshirt.
Bobcat, man. Put some respect on Bobcat's name there, Gilman.
Mr. Bobcat Tyler Smith,
hold on.
Gales himself.
Look at this. Look at them teeth.
I know it, but like, so from the angle that I seen earlier, I just seen the top part. Hold on. I can't. Anyway.
Whatever. The angle you saw.
I seen the top part and your mic covering, so I didn't see the mouth. So it looked like a daggum cat.
Don't worry.
It didn't look like a bobcat.
Respect.
But now that I see it's a bobcat, it's pretty cool. Cool.
Respect the bobcat because it will put them paws on you. You're not going to win against a bobcat. Kids out there, stay away from them. So look,
you are correct.
We got a couple of things to talk about. Some UT versus Bama. We also got some NBA pregame from Dean, who promised he wouldn't talk NBA until it officially started, which it has not yet. Lamar Jackson versus your boy Allen up there in Buffalo, who's the real MVP. Parent, coach, players, youth sports. Who's it more important to? All right, so where you want to start, man?
Well, I'm going to start where I said I wasn't going to do.
Oh, man. This dude has no
people.
Honor. No
I
honor.
said I wasn't going to talk about Mr. LeBron.
I'm going to push this mic away.
Bron James into the NBA season, and it starts tomorrow. So guess what? I get to talk about Bron again. And the terrible Los Angeles. You know what? I can't even talk about Bron in a bad sense. I damn near feel sorry for him. He has no help. He has no help on the Lakers.
Too good.
They're terrible.
This late in his career.
They're terrible.
This late in his career.
I really ain't got nothing bad to say about it right now. He got to play my boys tomorrow night. He got to play the Golden State Warriors, in which Steph Curry will shine. It's the ring ceremony. Sorry, Laker Nation. Might not make to the playoff again this year. I give hold on. I give Anthony Davis 25, 30 games. He's going to be out 6 months.
Oh, come on. Don't put that. Look, knock on wood.
No, I'm not going to wood. He already set out some of the preseason game with back tightness. It already started, man. It already started.
He waits so long to get in this training mojo. Like it's a weird thing because even us as coaches, you and I, Dean, we understand the ideal of peaking at the right time, right? So you want to be excellent. And you want to slowly make your improvements all the way and peak right at the right time, and then make a real run in the postseason. But come on, man, don't be out here. Oh, he's going to give X amount of games. No, he's going to play all 82. It's 82 still, right? They haven't changed that yet about the NBA, have they? It's still 82 games,
still
right?
82.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, he'll be fine. But I'm
82.
not talking about LeBron James just yet.
I can't talk about him yet. I'm just saying the box is open. So
I don't understand. Like Pandora's box? What box are we talking about?
Yeah, because I didn't say nothing. When they got eliminated last year out of the playoffs, I said I was done talking about Bron because it was nothing to talk about it. He was gone. He went home. Let's talk about the people that was playing. And I said nothing else about that guy. And I said I wasn't going to say nothing until the NBA season. You remember? We can go back to some shows and see. Now the NBA season started. Now I can talk about it, but I don't even want to waste my time talking about this dude. Goddamn, I feel sorry for him because they're going to get their ass kicked.
Hey, the man.
And Anthony Davis is going to give him 25 to 30. He's going to play the first 25, 30 games. He's going to be out with some type of injury. I guarantee you that. Westbrook is going to want to be traded because they got him coming off of the bench now. You have no help. You traded off Monk. That was your offensive spark outside of LeBron last year. You trade him away. You trade away Dwight Howard. That would give you some little bit of light for rebounding down there. it's really on their team. It's LeBron and Anthony Davis. If you look at that, when they put the picture, it's LeBron. If everybody think this Patrick Beverly pickup is so great, no, it's not.
Biggest fraud.
No, it's not. What can Patrick Beverly give you offensively?
A mouth.
He got that. But I like, and the thing is, I don't dislike Pat Bev. I like what Pat Bev brings to the game. I like that Pat Bev don't back down from nobody. But when they made that trade, you would think Laker fans and Bron fans say, "Oh, we finna win the championship." It's Pat. Pump your brakes. It's Pat damn Bev. Okay.
I need.
He played. How many teams in the NBA?
Too many, but I need.
What is 28, 30? He played for all. He played for like 27 of them.
For everybody.
Yeah, he played for like 2017. It's Patrick Bev.
No, see, I think people need to calm down with the. I don't know, like for a guy like that to talk so much noise, right? And I love the idea of having heart, but like Buddy used to say in mine back in the day, there are a lot of people who had heart that are currently in jail or in the grave. So I think you need to couple that heart with some sort of, I don't know, reality, right? As well as, we'll just say reality, right? He can have all that heart, but understand his limitations as a player, work on those weaknesses while at the same time, just take a step back as far as what he tries to do on the court. Just be a pure point guard, try to play some defense, get a steal here and there, grab a quick rebound, just play your role. That's how championship teams are making it, man. Play your role.
The thing is, like, okay, and this is what people fail to realize. LeBron is about to be 38 years old, right? As a person, me and LeBron the same age. He's 37, 37. He'd be 38 December. I play ball 3 times a week. Dude, Father Time starts catching up with you. He take care. He's in incredible shape. We all know how LeBron take care of his body and everything. But you're not going to be doing what you once did because Father Time really catch up. Man, dude, I went and shot a jump shot last night and my knees was hurt on a jump shot. So I'm just saying, like, and that's from miles and miles. That's from miles and miles of ball and stuff I just done put on my body for me. I've been playing ball since I was 6 years old to 37. What up, who that podcast? And that's the same for him. He got miles and miles on his body. You're gonna gradually start to slow down. He ain't gonna be doing. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna get the record this year. He's gonna break Kareem record. We all know that. But then, what you think he's gonna keep going hard to try to chase another championship after that, or is he gonna play hard enough to get that record?
That's a person I believe who just understands his limitations as well, which is, there you go. Like I can't do it all. It's hard to win in this league. Let's take a quick side trip to this documentary on the Redeem Team, right? The idea that the U.S. men's team loses I think a couple world championships and an Olympics showing. And so they put together this team to try to win. But the biggest thing I got from that documentary was them showcasing how hard it actually is to do that. Right now, just because the NBA players like the Dream Team and all of that made it look so easy, it's not, especially when every single year these guys are getting closer and closer and better. And they have the advantage of being able to play with each other all year long, leading up to the world competitions as well as the Olympics, right? So I don't know, man. That's tough. I think we really just need to take a step back with LeBron James and Tom Brady, anybody like that, and just appreciate how hard what they're doing actually is. How hard it is mentally, how hard it is on your body. Like, it is hard. Like you said, you playing the rec league team, take a jump shot these days and you come down wrong, and it's like, oh, man, I'm going to be out for a minute. But he's found a way to, guys like LeBron and Tom Brady have found a way to stay in the game for quite some time. And I think that by itself it deserves a little it deserves a little bit of appreciation. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm in the comments over here.
You laughing at what downtown Jeremy Brown said. I knew that. I started laughing when I seen it. This summer gun ain't touched the basketball like in a game since 2019.
Listen, man,
he's calling me out.
Brother.
He's calling me out for this alumni game.
Both of my big brothers, right? I lean towards Dean, but man, don't put anything past somebody who is just determined to get in shape and use all that wisdom he has. And as long as he's been playing this game.
Guess what?
Come on, man.
Look. I know Brown can play, right? I know Brown can get down. Brown ain't touched the basketball in a game setting since 2019.
Man,
I play 3 times a week, and I play in the league. I'm gonna bust his ass again.
Okay, pay the man, but
and this is the last duel.
There's something to that.
No,
there's something to that.
Like,
experience has a lot to do with it. But man, I'm telling you, if he's got his skill set and if he's got some kind of shape and with all that knowledge, he's got some real basketball knowledge. I think you better make sure, let's get the game played first before we start, writing checks that something else can't cash, right?
The thing is, I give you, he's got the skill set, he's got the knowledge. He ain't got the shape. He's out of shape. And I'm going to bust his ass. 10 minutes is all I'm giving him in that alumni game because I want to be the player coach.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes to go out and get 10 points on Black. Maybe more than that. And I'm going to talk about shit and do it. And then I'm going to come back on the podcast. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get him to be a guest.
Pay the man one more game.
We're going to get him to be the guest.
Like, you're drinking water tonight. I saw you. How is this hard to control yourself on water? What are you doing, man? I'm glad you're staying hydrated, by the way. Good job.
Got to stay hydrated, first of all. Second of all, man, downtown Jeremy Brown called me yesterday and called me out for this. You know how it is when us two players do this. Shit's serious. I got to get him, man. I got to get him. Right, it's going to be easy, too. He ain't touched the basketball since 2019. All he's been doing is coaching and training kids. Not training himself. He's coaching and training kids. There's a difference to somebody who plays every week. I'm fresh, man. I'm ready to go. It's going to be fun, too.
Look,
it's going to be fun.
I've got nothing. I just need y'all to respect each other. And look, I don't need him, busting you up any kind of way, and then you turn into Draymond Green out here.
Yeah, shit. No, that definitely wouldn't happen with me. That would never happen with me and Brown. That would never happen with me and Brown right there. But it's just going to be friendly fire. It's going to be friendly fire, and I'm going to hold the last word. I'm going to bust it.
Well, if you say so, man.
He ain't got no choice but to get in shape because I'm going to talk shit to him every day. So that way I know he's going to be out there playing.
Game. Like, what am I going to do with you, man?
I don't know, man. It's Brown. Brown did this, man. He got me going.
Anyway, man, look, a spot of Tennessee news. UT, man. Shout out to Brian Tanner out there, Philip Foreman. Lord have mercy. Coach John out there. I know he's out, celebrating. My goodness, what's happening? He said, when is this going? Okay, real quick. When is the alumni basketball?
It'll be the day. No, it'll be the day of the Spring Hill Central game. Skelly, Brown got more info on it than I do. He just called and let me know, but it'll be the day of the Spring Hill Central game in 2023. So we got a few months. For it happened, but Brown got the info. Just text or call him and see. But if I'm over our team, Skelly is my number one pick. I'm picking Skelly. I'm telling you, man. He's the Riverside babyface assassin.
Riverside, wait a minute. That's a lot of descriptions there. Riverside babyface assassin. Explain
He's
that.
the Riverside babyface assassin because he never did make the league. But I'm giving him props. Because I'm comparing him to the shooter of a Steph Curry. That's what Skelly is. He's a shooter type like a Steph Curry. You give him any space and he draining. He busting your ass. It don't even matter.
And pay the man. So look, oftentimes, my wife, to get same subjects, kind of not. Oftentimes there are things that happen in sports that kind of transcend sports, right? And you really look at how I know that's happening is when my wife gets involved, and she asks me every time, "What's wrong with you, men?" I really don't have an answer for it. So we're paying attention to this little thingy, right? Let's move us down here, get out the way, right? Courtesy of TMZ. All right, here we go. Draymond Green, there's a push by Poole. Bow. Why? And so her reply, to which my wife says, "What's wrong with men?" So, Dean, I figured we'll start with that. What's wrong with us, guys?
Man, what's wrong with it? That's some ego shit. Draymond was mad because Poole was finna get his bag, in which he got his bag, and he handled the situation totally wrong. Draymond really want to get out of Golden State because he's made it very clear that he want to go play with Bron in LA. I ain't gonna say that's why he did it. They've been chirping. It's said they had been chirping back and forth at practice the whole time. And the thing is, unless he called the man a bitch, like, why you gonna sock him like that? But they said he called him a triple single and he socked him like that. So who fucking knows? I don't know. That was a sucker move.
Wait. May I ask you, first of all, pay the dadgum man. What is going on? Are you all right? What's in that water bottle for real?
Water.
You dropping the majors. That's a major fine.
Because man, I'm dropping a major because you know I'm a Warriors fan, and that was just bullshit. Like, you don't sucker nobody like that. Like, he
okay, now that's interesting that you said that. No, time out. I want to know once and for all, do you really consider that a sucker punch?
I don't consider it a sucker punch. I don't, and it do happen all the time. And that's the thing, like, they making this a big deal. This shit happened in NBA locker room, they happen in NFL locker room, they happen in MLB locker room. Fights happen. It happens, man. I mean, it was fights all the way from, like, when we play ball. It's going to happen. They just got it out. The thing is, Draymond picks and choose who you want to do this shit with.
Pay the man. And I disagree with that. I feel like he has gone up against LeBron. He's basically the
he went up against LeBron, but did he drop to hit him?
Oh, you talking about, like, as far as punching him? I don't know. I think Poole really got into his head, or Bull as they call him. What a name, right? But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird thing for me, but I don't know if I can consider that a sucker punch if you're the one that makes the first aggressive contact, right?
How? If somebody walk up on me like that, I'm gonna push your ass off too.
Let me ask you this: you get mad, we're downtown Nashville, and you push somebody both hands hard as you can with all your strength. You're not gonna expect what do you expect back? Just a push, a punch? What are you expecting? Are you ready to actually throw hands?
At all times, buddy.
Well, okay, so why is it different from Poole? You can't push no dude. I don't care in what situation. Like, they like to say that in the NBA, fighting has been basically legislated out. Makes sense. Like, their penalties are a lot more, I guess, critical than, of course, NHL or NFL. But if that, I don't know. I just feel like in any situation, if you put your hands on somebody, you got to expect it. I tell it to my girls. I don't care. Look, this idea that, men are supposed to hit women, fine. I agree with that. Do what you got to do, right? But I tell my girls, if you do that, you make sure, expect the worst, hope for the best. That's all I can tell you. I just wondered, like, what this young man was taught when he was coming up. When you make that move, what are you doing?
Well, I'm kind of mad at Poole too, because if you, what do you say? Poole ain't never got no scrap before, and you're probably right, because if you push somebody like it, if I'm push somebody like it, my next thing after I push, I'm throwing the punch just so you can't hit me first.
You going first?
So that's why I'm mad at Poole, because, like, you pushed the man like it, so you had to know it was gonna happen. I'm just mad because, like, I'm a Warriors guy. And I don't want to cause no friction us winning a back-to-back championship, which I don't think it will. I wish the tape had never got out. But what can you do? This shit happens all the time. Like, it's fights in locker rooms all the time, bro. I mean, they making a big deal out of it like it's just a big thing. But this ain't a big thing. Steve Kerr decked Jordan and got a black eye. Like, Kerr got the black eye for decking Jordan. So, I mean,
well, he didn't.
When the video comes around,
so he comes out of court and he says he gives him one hard, I guess, push, or maybe he did punch him. He punches him in the chest. Jordan hits him in the eye. And the funniest part about that is that Phil Jackson, just kind of playing devil's advocate, trying to send the guys a message. He throws Michael Jordan out of practice. Ooh, right?
I mean, it was time. I mean, if you listen to a lot of NBA podcasts, like the older guys come on, they say Charles Oakley was like a bully in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
Charles Oakley was like, did nobody really mess with Charles Oakley? Kobe damn near had the White crying on the bench, called him everything. And I mean, this goes on, man. This is not as big as they making it. The video got out, and that's what's making it bigger than what it is. If them videos had got out 20 or 30 years ago, what used to go in the locker room? I mean, come on, man.
It's more like the Ray Rice situation, right? Where, domestic violence and can't be tolerated, and here's your little penalty. And then the video gets out. And that man ain't touched the NFL football ever. Not since.
Ever. Right? And he was young when that happened. Well, I mean, he wasn't like young, but he was like, what, 25, 26? And
he wasn't done. He wasn't anywhere near finished playing. No. But I think, here's what I always like to do is I try to zoom out a little bit and look at the league in general. Do they really care about this stuff, or do they want to look like to the public that they care?
They don't care about that shit. They want to look like to the public.
Hey, the man.
It's true, man. They don't care. I'm sorry, man. Hey, man, look here, man. Look, okay. We already know my jar is filled up. I'm on about the third or fourth jar already.
No. Gallons, my man. Gallons.
But they don't care about that shit, man. They just want to make it look like to the public eye. Come on, Gail. You know they don't. They don't.
They don't. And I agree.
It's all about the money, man. But they got to make it look like it.
Okay, switching gears to football now. You talk about all this talk about concussion protocol and all that, right? Don't you know that technically every single play, these guys are getting into literal car wrecks? Literally. So scientifically, the velocity in which one player is crashing into another player and their brains going really fast and then stopping, it doesn't stop inside your skull. It jars itself around. There are different degrees in that. So studies have shown that even baseball and basketball players have the same thing. So anytime you go really, really fast and stop really, really fast, your brain keeps going. Sometimes it knocks against the skull. Of course, this is way worse in sports like, boxing and MMA and football. So the idea that we all know this is going on. And now they got these little rules where 1 week you got a guy stumbling. The next week he's playing miraculously. And then now he's throwing game signs up and suffering nerve damage and all kinds of stuff. Now the next week you got Tom Brady getting a little sneeze, right? The guy basically sneezed on him and they called that a penalty, right? So
and the quarterback you're speaking of, the Tua, they said he medically cleared to come back. Yeah, you got nerve damage and you medically cleared to come back?
Hey, man.
Miami Dolphins, they get hit with all type of fines and stuff. If they pull this shit and that man go out there and get hurt again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's hard because being a
no. I will stop you right there. It is not hard. The sport should be banned and outlawed everywhere, but we're not going to do it because we got people who desperately want to play, desperately want to coach, desperately want to watch and buy the merchandise. So that's fine. But the ideal is the hypocrisy of we all know this is wrong. Fans know that they're suffering damage. Players and coaches and medical doctors know they're suffering damage. Every single play all over the field. It's not just quarterback and running backs, receivers, not just the guys with the ball, right? We all know how terrible this is, but we all have decided we really, really like it. We really, 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 really like it. There's nothing against ratings like NFL sports, no matter what game it is. It can be that Houston Colts. It don't matter. They're gonna get those numbers.
Hold on. What the hell did you get Houston and Colts and put them together? It ain't never been a Houston Colts.
Not the Houston Colts. It could be Houston as in the Texans versus the Colts. I'm saying it doesn't matter who's playing. Yeah. Go right real bad. Give them the crap out of here, producer. Yeah, buddy, we're back. That's right. I wield unlimited power, Dean. That gummit. It's hard. It's hard to restrain myself. But here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter who's playing. NFL gets the numbers. So all of us, players, fans, coaches, whoever's involved, we all just collectively decide, hey, NFL, come up with some weird rule to make it look like you care, and we'll just all go on not caring along with you.
I mean, but being two former athletes, which I'm still an athlete because I still get out there and play, it's hard to tell us.
Once an athlete, always an athlete. I still got to wake up and slowly get out the bed. Okay, I put my feet on the floor on the side of the bed, make sure everything's working all right. before I just pop up. I can't just pop up anymore, Dean.
Being a former athlete, being a former athlete and a half, because I'm the half because I still play. It's hard to tell her to sit down with an injury, bro. You know it. Like, dude, I go out there some nights on that court, man. I'm telling you, like, I'll turn an ankle or do something, and I just won't sit down, man. When I dislocated my pinky like a month or two ago, popped it back in and kept playing it. Like it's just a warrior in us. Like, that was in us from childhood on up, that you just don't want to sit down. You know what I mean? And then, like, I'm doing it and I get hurt and I'm doing it for free. I'm just doing it because I love the game of basketball or football or whatever. I just love sport. These guys making millions and want to get back there. So I get it from both. Ends. It's hard to make a player sit down because they want to be out there on their field or their court or whatever. They want to entertain the crowd and they want to do something they love to do. And then you got the other part that's hell when we go back out there, in the long run, we hurting ourselves and don't realize it because it's just the love of the game. So I see it on both ends. I don't blame either side. I don't blame Tua for wanting to play. I can't blame the Dolphins for wanting to get it back in there because that's the business part of it. And sometimes the players we are worse enemies because you don't want to sit down. You know, like you can go out there with a slightly torn ACL and they tell you, well, it's slightly torn. It's a chance you keep playing. You're going to tear that son bitch and guess what? Give me that shot. We're going to go out there and keep playing and then boom. Maybe 7 more games into the year, you tear that mug, but you tore it going out doing something you love to do. But it's just like when I played semi-pro ball, right? I was 33 years old. I kept telling Danny Jackson, our boy, I said, this is my last year. I'm done. Like, I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. I was done. And the last game of the season was a playoff game. Dude put his helmet in my knee, tore my MCL and meniscus. I knew I tore it when I hit it. When he hit it first time, I went to the sidelines, put a brace on, went back in, and as I'm rushing the quarterback, to finna get the sack, my knee just went out. It was gone. But I went out doing something I love to do. So yeah, it was
kids, parents. But okay, what you just said that you're doing to yourself for
something I love to do. Mm-hmm.
Now, the idea that we are upset at these kids for not toughing it out, right? Just be a warrior, be there for your team.
Well,
NCAA, be there for the tradition of your school. Coach, you don't like the situation, you can go. We'll buy you out, you still get your money, and you can get another job. But player, no, it's family, it's tradition, it's all these things. You're getting an education out of this, even though you don't have to go to class. But all these lies we're telling each other, man, just to try to enjoy something. Like, as you see, the Vols work themselves up to be able to beat the Alabama this past weekend.
Look, I'm going to tell you one damn thing about two things, show. As everybody knows, I am a Florida State football fan, ride to the end. I don't care if we 0-12 or 12-0. I'm gonna ride with them.
But you're
hold on. Me saying that, I'm saying this about the Tennessee Vols. The Tennessee Vols, that is a for real national championship contending football team this year. This ain't no fluke. They're good. Hendon Hooker should be the front runner for the Heisman Trophy. You hear me? Like, Hendon Hooker should be the front runner for the Heisman Trophy. They got a legit chance to make the college playoff. They got a legit chance to beat Georgia in 2 weeks. They beat Georgia, they run the table unless they don't slip up against Kentucky. I'm telling you, man, that Tennessee football team, that is a damn good football team. And I'm a Florida State fan, but I'm also a football fan. Their offense that they run is beautiful.
Amen.
It's beautiful.
As a quarter of a Commodore, I am contractually obligated never.
Well, yeah, you play for Vandy, yeah.
But here's what I'm saying. I'll just do this. UT. There you go. That's all I got for them.
Do what I'm
telling
you.
Those of you who are just listening on Spotify, Apple iTunes, whatever. By the way, we accept stars these days, so don't be shy about the stars.
Yeah, we need to stars.
Thank you. No, but I'm just saying, like, that's as much as I can give them. But beyond all that, this NIL stuff seems to be kind of working. There are all kinds of NIL deals.
Don't get me started.
Good old Rocky Top. I'm gonna say it's Smoky Top.
Well, the Tennessee big NIL deal has come with Spire. You know, they got their contract with Spire, so Spire got a lot of that money. And by them beating Alabama, Tennessee is going to start pulling in recruits. Josh Heupel is a hell of a coach. They good, man. They back. You know, and it makes good for college football to have Tennessee back. Them some of your blue blood programs, you know, Tennessee and Alabama's, your Michigans, Penn States, Florida State. We ain't there right now. Hopefully we'll get back one day.
Miami,
Texas,
I thought they were gonna make a run. Miami,
I did too. Texas, USC,
a couple of years, we'll see.
Oklahoma. When these are the blue bloods of college football, so when all these teams are good, it makes college football good.
Here's what I'm saying: like, run this thing like the NFL minor leagues that has always secretly been. Just look. I'm here for chaos. Dump all the money in this, right? Let's take care of some of these players from not now but on, right? A lot of them are not going to play in the NFL. Bro, should they get paid now?
Do you know that the quarterback that's coming to Tennessee next year signed an NIL deal damn near worth like $7 million?
And he's
17, and he's like 17, 18 years old.
He is vastly underpaid. The jerseys, the ticket sales, the concessions.
He ain't even got the campus yet.
It don't matter. I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying it could go up. Yeah. I'm agreeing.
What else is doing is making all these other colleges come into play. And the competition seems to be more evenly balanced. For the very least, it's not, I mean, everybody's not just running over everybody. It's interesting. It's drama, which brings people to the games and to the TV, right? And all these monster streaming deals that's out there. Like, just go ahead and open it up, man. Because as much as people like to say that NIL is going to be the death of college football, whatever that means, I'm saying NCAA is still not splitting proceeds with their players. They are with their coaches, training staff, janitorial people, concessions, everyone's getting paid except for the product on the field. And I think that's as horrible as well as ingenious, right? Because they put that out there. Okay, players are allowed to make money off their own name. We're not going to punish you anymore. But they are not paying a dime to these players still. And now it's already seemingly a more evenly balanced scale.
But now, like you said, you said something that is very key, and I like what you said. Some of these guys would never touch an NFL field, but they already if they play it smart, at least they have a good start on life with the money that they made. Mm-hmm. Why you still saying they underpaid?
Oh, they're definitely underpaid. Like, and that's the thing, Dean. Let me ask you something. You went through a time, I'm sure, like your kids, you give them money or buy them stuff now, right?
Yeah.
Right. Back in the day, you know, hey, that is pickle day, is popcorn, ice cream day, whatever it is, right? Oh, here you go, little man, 50 cents. Ooh. Right?
Yeah.
Right? But then they get older and they start realizing, oh, wait. You got that iPhone, that's $900, even if you're on the payment plan, that's 90 something bucks a month or a pay period, whatever it is, right? They start to understand. And I think that's what's happening in the NCAA, which is, oh, that $7 million is great. But a few years down the road, they're going to really be like, oh, no, but you're making billions. Oh, yeah,
the institution
at all.
Yeah. And then the more you win, the more money you bring in. That's why your Alabamas and your Georgias and Texas and Texas A&M, they got oil money. So, I mean, that's why you could fork out them type of deals.
I think like a lot of the bigger conferences have this sort of share deal, right? Where whatever the SEC brings in, the SEC distributes to the schools. And of course, there are incentives and bonuses and all that. But where the real money is what the NFL has shown are these streaming and TV contracts, where the NFL goes to CBS or somebody, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Fox, whomever, and say, hey, man, give us X amount of billions because we're going to have people watch your channel and then you can sell them ads, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, one hand washes the other. But I think that's the same thing that happened. I mean, that's why a lot of these conferences have their own networks, right? Why? Yeah. Because now I can have Coke or Pepsi or whomever, Dr. Pepper, right, sponsor all this and give us that upfront money for potential butts and seats.
And what about this? Speaking of NIL deals, Mr. Bron himself, little Bronny, have signed 2 big NIL deals like he needed any more money.
Yes, he should. It's not about, come on,
I ain't even hating on the young man, but
I would not stand for that. The idea, like, hey man,
young man, signed 2 big ones. 2 big
black man, get your money. Get your money.
Just signed
you don't get what you deserve in this world, Dean. You get what you negotiate for. And if he can't parlay his father's name, if he can't parlay his father's name into anything, he has failed.
That's the only reason he's gonna get to the league is because of his daddy's name. Because let me tell you what, Ronnie's not NBA caliber.
Good. The only reason that you were able to play for Spring Hill High School is because your mom and daddy made sure you went to class. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I really didn't go to class. That's why I'm sitting there doing a podcast.
Look, they got you to school. You were at practice. At least.
Yeah, I went to practice and games. I didn't
they decided, no, man, you can't play sports. Like, that'd have been it for you. Like, yeah, like, don't be looking down on him.
I'm not looking down on Bronny James.
Listen,
I'm saying it's other NBA caliber athletes.
That only is doing a lot of work. He only getting this because of that. So what? What's your point?
No, I didn't say shit about his NIL deals. I said the reason why he would step foot in the NBA is off of his daddy's name because
only because of his dad. And I'm
damn right
you,
because any real basketball people know. I mean, some gonna argue with me. Some gonna argue with me because they Bron fans. He's not NBA type of caliber. He's not NBA type of caliber.
All right, he's not NBA type of caliber. Like, do you think every CEO in this country deserves to be a CEO?
Fuck no. Pay
the man that's double a frapping major. But that's what I'm saying. Why is it okay for a CEO to have his son, like come in after him, right? Even though he's not as qualified as half of the company. Like, what are we talking about? You don't get what you deserve, generational wealth for. And I think it's about that time we start paying attention to that and doing that for ourselves. The problem is when we get places, we like to pull that ladder up because we like to feel special. You know who makes us feel special? The people who are on the level that you just climbed to. Hey, good job, right? I mean, they've been saying about black people forever, like, oh, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the smart ones. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Why they do that? They do that to make that person feel special so they don't go back and try to help the next person. But it happens everywhere else. Everywhere else, nepotism runs rampant. The idea that, hey, this guy was in the NFL, we're going to give his son a tryout. Yeah. Do you deserve that? No. But you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate for. And all you kids need to be paying attention to Bronny and anybody else doing anything close to what you want to do and start picking up game. Instead of just saying, he only getting because of his daddy.
Well, nepotism, epitism, separatism, whatever any tism that your ass just said, I don't give a damn. His ass getting to the NBA off his fucking daddy name. Let's move on.
Pay the man. You still haven't explained why, but fine. Let's move on.
Because I'm not going to get
youth sports. Our final topic.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about youth sports. Talk about Ron and his damn son.
No, all I'm saying is not even if you take those names out of it. The idea of saying he's only getting X because of X, right? He's only getting to the NBA because of his daddy. If Tom Brady's son, he's only getting a tryout because his daddy is the GOAT. Like, stop using that kind of language. Hey, he's getting a tryout because of his father. How can we start getting into places so our kids can start getting opportunities because of us? And we teach them to do the same thing for our grandkids and our great. Hell,
I don't know. For me, we might have to slide some money on the damn table. Shit, I don't know. Let's go on to the youth sports.
Hey, man, get out of here. You telling me right now that you're not spitting game to your son right now.
Which one?
Because you know any of them. Sons, both of them, your daughters, all of them. Like, I'm sure you're telling, hey, man, the little boy come up to you talking like this. Here's what he after. Here's what you need to watch out for. Man, she not messing with that dude only because of what her dad taught her. Like, great.
You know what I teach
do better.
You know what I teach mine.
Our kids to do better.
You know what I teach mine.
Oh boy,
not to talk to a dude like your daddy. All right, that's the best advice I can give him, and that's real shit right there. All right, then let's go.
Look, so basically, all I'm saying is we got to figure out how to instead of looking up at the rooms and being like, he only got this because of that. We need to be out with a pen and pad and saying, oh, he got that because of this. How can I get that and then give that to my children?
Well, let's pen and pad on to this damn youth sport. I'm tired of talking about
youth sports. Dean asked me who wants it more, who thinks it's more, who finds youth sports more important. Is it the parent, the coach, or the players? Dean, go.
This is a tough one. Because and I only say that from no experiences out here that I have. Just I got one of the coaching out here, and the coaches that I'm around and the coaches that I have on my team that have sons, I can honestly say there's no daddy ball. None. No daddy ball. Everything's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you are son of a coach or not, you mess up, you coming out. No daddy ball. So that's the experience right now that I have out here. I've been in it. I mean, I've been in some situation and you see it. That you see a dadgum dad. Then that's the first thing what's the first thing a dad gonna say when you were coaching ball? Because I know you got it just what I do. What's the first thing most dads gonna come and tell you? What position they son play?
Quarterback.
Damn right. And that irks the shit out of me because every kid is not a quarterback. So my thing is like sometimes I think it's more important to the parents than it is to a coach or the players. And I've actually seen a parent turn his son against the sport of basketball. It was crazy. This kid was never gonna go to the NBA, but he probably could have went to a couple of good colleges and did good. And I seen his dad drill him to the point like he quit playing basketball, just started football. Didn't want no more of basketball. And I think it was more important to his dad that he made it for his dad's own personal benefits than letting your son enjoy the game that he loved to play and let him go off and do what he want to do. Mm-hmm. I got two to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
My oldest quit football. He don't even play right now. He's sticking to basketball. He said that's what he want to do. Was I pissed off that he wanted to quit football? Hell yeah. But this is a decision. I ain't gonna drill him and be like, you need to play. I done talk to him like, man, I think you can benefit going out there and help him, especially because they're terrible. And he's 14-year-old and he's 6'2", and he played cornerback. That's freakish athleticism.
That's automatic.
I mean, it's freakish athleticism. But he want to stick to basketball right now. That's fine. Go right ahead. Josiah, I want him to play baseball. He said no. Football, basketball, boxing. I'm not finna sit up there and be like, nah, you go get out there and you go get on that diamond and you're gonna play baseball. No, I'm not gonna do that because if that's the choice he don't want to do, he don't want to play it, then you ain't got to play it. Because it ain't that important to me. I did what I did in sports. I lived my dream in sports, and I was pretty damn good. I don't have to live mine and I don't have to live my dream through my boys. It's about them now. I want them to do whatever. If they go to college and play, that's fine. Do I want them to go to college and play? Hell yeah. What dad don't got a son that you want him to go to college and play ball and you can sit there and either be at that stadium or watch it on TV? That's a dream come. That's a dream come true. But if
those pregame meals alone,
yeah, they alone. But like, I'm not going to ride you to the point that I make you hate the sport to get you there for my own personal benefit because.
The pregame meals.
Dude, I'm talking serious shit. You talking about a pregame meal?
You don't know how wonderful these pregame meals are. I mean, yes, you do. You were there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
A smorgasbord, some of the finest dining you will ever see.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying.
I'm talking about steaks, lobsters. Oh, hold on, my bad. Okay. I kicked myself off. Sorry, producer, get me out of here.
Anyway, I'm gonna be serious. It's not for. And I'm speaking of my own personal. I'm not trying to live. Get your ass back on there, man. Just get off. I'm personally not trying to live my dream of football or basketball through my two boys. Whatever they do or whatever they decide to do, if they make it, get out.
Alligators.
Get out.
Country fried steaks.
Get out. Thank you. Whatever they decide to do, I'm behind them 100%. You decide to quit the sport and say you want to be an entrepreneur, fine. I'm all the way with it. I'm gonna ride with you regardless of whatever they want to do. I'm just not. Get your ass out. Get your ass out. Get your ass out. I don't try to live my dream through my boys because my dream is over and done with, and my dream is over and done with, and I kind of, excuse my language, that to pay the man, I kind of fucked my dream up. So I damn sure don't want them two to go down the road I did and mess mine up. It's your own path for them two. It's your own path, and you make the way for your own path. Just don't mess up down the road like I did. And that's what I could tell them. Don't do the wrong turn left as I did. Keep straight on that highway and go to your success.
They only making the right decision because they did it. Like, you see how silly that sounds?
Yeah, no.
No, because what you have to pass down.
Yeah, because if it was me, they wouldn't be making the right decision. They make the wrong decision. Because I made damn sure make the wrong decision.
You got it. But okay, you bring up three distinct groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
The player, the coach, the parent. When really they all have to work together. At the base of that triangle that you're talking about should be parent and coach working together, right? To support what's at the top of that pyramid, which is the player. The student athlete, we should start using that term more often, all the way from, when they start playing.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
Right. Flag football, basketball, whatever they're doing, just start using that term now. Student athlete. It's the reason why the student is first, right? But what you have to start, I think we as the parents have to closely guard all three aspects of that triangle. We got to make sure we're not pushing our children to do something because of what we actually want or fell short on whatever goal. We got to make sure coaches aren't exploiting and being unfair and taking advantage of. And we also got to make sure that the player understands like what it means to go after any goal, Dean, any goal. Like that's the mental health aspect of it. This idea that you get pumped up with all these likes and follows and all this stuff, right? All of this adulation. But then once you stop the game and the lights go out, it's like you're left with nothing. All of that goes away. And our student athletes simply aren't equipped to handle that. Because honestly, a lot of coaches at the lower levels aren't built to handle it. And a lot of parents aren't built because they weren't taught as well.
Situation. And I know you remember this because you was on this coaching staff. This was years ago. This was like 2010, 2011. You coached with a guy. Y'all were playing in a bowl game. I think y'all went to season, maybe undefeated or whatever. But anyway, I had switched over to the Bulldogs. You still with the Lions. When you coached with this guy and y'all got to the bowl game, team from Alabama came in and really smacked y'all in the mouth to the point the whole fourth quarter, he went and sat on the bench and quit coaching his team. I remember you telling me. No, I seen it because I was there. I came to support y'all. I came and watched because y'all was getting beat 28-0. He quit coaching and went and sat on the bench for the whole fourth quarter. What is that teaching them kids? So at that point, that's what I'm talking about. At that point in time, that's what I'm talking about. One of the coaches, it's more important to him to get that W under his name to actually keep coaching up your kids. Because in football, I don't care if it's fourth quarter or not, you can make a
comeback. But
you can make a comeback.
Real quick on that.
That's a bad look.
Like not everything is that simple, straight line, black and white, right? Yeah. Ideally, you want it to be important to player, coach, and parent. But sometimes it happens where it's just important to the player and the parent. And no matter how bad the coach is, come on, let's go check out YouTube. Come on, we got so-and-so who's home for the summer from, college or whatever. Go work out with them. Like there's so many ways to get around that, right? Sometimes you may have coach and that gun player and the parent couldn't care less about sports, right? Man, this man gonna get him as soon as he get out of high school, right? Even if he don't finish high school, he gonna fill out that application for this plant and then get a job and contribute to the household. Right. But what I'm saying is like you got to find the combination. Like if no matter which way, you got to find one as a student athlete. You got to figure out what you want. And parents and coaches should be installing this in our children to be okay with sticking up for what you actually want. What you actually want. I would have loved for my daughters to do some of the things that they're naturally gifted and talented in. But if that's not what they want to do, fine, but you're going to find something. Well, I don't know what to do. Okay, let's build some skill sets. Right. So this is what we have to all, first of all, give each other a break because we're all pretty much doing the best we can. But what we can do is try to better ourselves and the people around us as much as possible. And all that means is effort. It's hard, but it's necessary.
So to me, it really, the question that we ask, who is the more important to the parent, the coach, or the player? You really can't go wrong with what answer that you give. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be some people gonna say it's more important to the player. Some people gonna be like it's more important to the parents. Some people gonna be. I don't think we can get a definite good answer.
Well, it's situational.
Yeah.
Every player, parent, and coach is different, and depending on what situation you are. But what it is true is that you need at least one person to have that spark, because sometimes how important it is to that student athlete, that can infect the coach. That can make the coach be convicted to be better. That can make the parent like, "Ooh, I need to pay attention. This dude is really, really into this." Right? It could be the player. How many times you hear, these superstars, they say, "Hey, what got you into whatever sport or whatever job?" It's like, man, I just saw the passion in my dad's eye. There was one guy who talks about his father watching soccer, right? Back in the days of Pele. And he saw his father weeping. And he asked his dad, "Why are you crying?" He's like, "Because you will never see something this beautiful again, son." And it touched him to become one of the greatest soccer players of all time. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. So you need to have that spark from one, and then hopefully everyone else can fan this. And I know you got to go. I know you got a last word on this and many others. We talking about fathers and stuff, man. What does a baby computer say? Call his father. Sorry, I messed it up. What does a baby computer call his father?
Yeah, Apple computer. Hell, I don't know.
How about data?
That was actually a pretty good one right there. That was a pretty good one, man. Hey, last word, man. Once again, thank everybody for joining the show. We love when you guys join the show. We love everybody in the comments. Keep getting in the comments because as all my basketball fans know out there, the NBA starts tomorrow. And I'll be back at my antics, talking all of my shit, pissing a lot of Bron fans off as I do best, but that's what make it fun because I want y'all interaction. But I really ain't got nothing too much bad to say about him this year, man. Yet. That's a big yet. But man, we appreciate it. All the love you show, supporting the show, following the show. Get our name out. Keep doing it. Keep coming back every week. Stay safe for the rest of the week. Peace and love. We holler at y'all next week.